Panda senses a faint cursed signal and starts hunting for his angel. He gets split up instantly and realizes this colony is pure chaos. Then Kashimo spots him first, calm as ever with that staff. Kogani appears, and Panda realizes this place is running on rules. The two crash together, and Panda feels the sheer weight of Kashimo. Kashimo swings with no defense in sight, calling it completely unblockable. Panda answers with a crackling punch and refuses to back down. Kashimo grins and unveils the unblockable drumming beat. Panda rushes again, but Kashimo slips through every move. The feints and footwork trap Panda, dragging him right into the kill zone. Then Kashimo unleashes a brutal close-range barrage. Panda is blasted back, and Kashimo calls him weak without mercy. But then Kashimo hears one word that changes everything Sukuna. Panda snaps into his hidden form and charges with wild new power. Kashimo explains his lightning-cursed energy and drives the charge straight in. One direct hit tears through Panda and ends the exchange instantly. Kashimo stands over the wreckage, still demanding to know where Sukuna is. He keeps pressing the broken Panda head for answers, cold and relentless. Kashimo vows to shut Panda up forever before the final blow lands. Then Hakari drops in screaming Panda as the whole fight explodes again. Hakari Kinji grins as purple power erupts and the fight explodes at full speed. He closes in instantly and lands a brutal close-range hit that sends Kashimo reeling. One savage follow-through smashes Kashimo through the structure and into the debris. Kashimo demands answers, but Hakari just smirks and taunts him without mercy. Then Hakari Kinji finally names himself and calls himself Kin-chan. Kashimo Hajime steps in with 100 points, and Hakari locks on with instant interest. Hakari wants Sukuna information, but Kashimo already feels the next shock coming. Hakari's rough cursed energy starts pounding through Kashimo like a serrated bat. Kashimo drives in hard, trying to overwhelm Hakari at point-blank range. But Hakari suddenly loses his fighting spirit and Kashimo senses something is wrong. Then Hakari blasts him backward in a purple surge, wrecking the containers behind him. Kashimo slips behind him and slams Hakari down with terrifying force. He keeps hold of him and crushes Hakari through the floor in a shower of splinters. Bloodied and smiling, Kashimo realizes the charge has built up enough to finish it. Hakari drops to one knee, and Kashimo sees the perfect opening to end the fight. But Hakari counters from the other side, shocking Kashimo with impossible speed. And the truth hits hard. Hakari is in jackpot mode, and infinite cursed energy is flooding in. That overflow forces Hakari's body to heal itself on reflex, making every hit meaningless. Kashimo realizes the timer is burning down, but Hakari is still standing like an immortal monster. Hakari raises his hand and declares domain expansion, turning the battle even deadlier. Restless Gambler opens again, and Hakari can keep looping the domain as long as he keeps winning. Hakari pops the jackpot and the whole battlefield lights up. But rewind, his gamble engine is already spinning again. Kashimo sees it and mutters that it is the same monster. Then he rushes in, swinging for a killing blow. Hakari eats the hit and answers with a savage point-blank smash. Kashimo gets launched into the wall as Hakari just grins. Then Hakari charges through the rubble and dares him to keep up. That preview roll is back, and the jackpot odds are climbing fast. The fight turns into a wild train ride toward one more reach. Kashimo kicks in, but Hakari blocks under the flashing station signs. 3 matching 6s hit the screen. The next result is locking in. Hakari screams start, and the whole domain reaction kicks off. Kashimo realizes the invincibility timer has begun, and that is bad news. So he powers up and promises a living funeral right now. Hakari smirks, saying these 4 minutes and 11 seconds are his stage. And Kashimo smiles back because even monsters like him are still in play. What happens when both of them go all out? Tell me below. His immortality ends, and Hakari still gambles on another domain. But rewind. Hakari bulldozes the fight across the construction site. Kashimo lands low on the scaffolding and sizes up that wild smile. Hakari drives a punch through a container wall and blasts Kashimo back. Kashimo rebounds off the wreckage and charges right back into the brawl. He cracks Hakari across the head so hard, blood and rubble burst upward. Kashimo sees the answer. One lightning blast inside the brain ends this. A thin bolt drops from above, and even Hakari knows he is in danger. But Hakari heals his brain mid-strike and forces the cursed energy out through his nose. Then he lunges in grinning and tells Kashimo he almost got him. Would you keep swinging after that? Tell me below. Hakari says the round is ending, and his attacks suddenly get even faster. He bets his immortal body on the finish, but Kashimo has stored charge elsewhere. The return stroke snaps back to Kashimo's staff and tears straight through Hakari. Both fighters take the hit, but Hakari is left standing with a hole in his side. Then the timer ends. Hakari is no longer immortal, and Kashimo says it is over. Instead, Hakari opens another domain, and it only gets crazier from here. Follow for more? Poison should have ended him, so why is Hakari moving underwater? But rewind. Hakari forces out one last domain even after a fatal hit. The mode speeds up, but his odds are still a brutal one in 239s. Then the reels suddenly line up. Jackpot. Even Kashimo can only call Hakari disgustingly lucky. Hakari laughs and admits Kashimo nearly killed him again. Then Kashimo sees the trick. Hakari shifted the barrier over the ocean. Out here, Kashimo's electric cursed energy turns the sea into a trap. He snatches a cursed spirit for footing before the water can drain him dry. Hakari dives in anyway, already winding up another hit. He batters Kashimo across the floating curses without slowing down. A savage kick sends Kashimo skidding over the water. Kashimo suppresses the leak, but every move bleeds more power away. Then Hakari catches a foul stench and realizes something is very wrong. Kashimo splits seawater into chlorine gas and poisons Hakari from inside. Would you have seen that trap coming? Tell me below. Kashimo knows how to kill a reverse curse technique user. Poison. Hakari goes limp underwater and even murmurs that it was fun. Then his eye snaps open. Hakari rockets back to life underwater and slams straight into Kashimo. Kashimo realizes Hakari's technique is clearing poison on its own. With 5 seconds left, Hakari chooses not to surface and doubles down. Instead of retreating, he lunges deeper and demands one more exchange. Kashimo grins back at point-blank range and meets the charge head-on. They are still gambling their lives in that boiling sea, and it only gets crazier from here. Follow so you do not miss what is next. Kashimo goes still. The one he thought was gone is back. Rewind. In the rain, an ally screams for Hakari. A wrecked body floats in the water, and the shore freezes. Kashimo claws onto the seawall, barely breathing. His cursed energy is spent, but Hakari still haunts his mind. Then Hakari bursts from the waves with a grin and a sharp, "Hey!" Kashimo dumped every charge at once, turning the sea into a steam bomb. Hakari lived, but the blast still tore his arm away. His counter was insane. He bound that loss and armored the rest of his body. Hakari refuses the kill, and Kashimo admits he never used his technique. Kashimo saved his single-use trump card for Sukuna alone. Would you take that deal? Tell me below. Hakari brings him over and says they are on the same side now. He even lines Kashimo up for Sukuna, the only fight he wants. Then point transfers are allowed, and Kashimo senses someone returning. Follow for what happens next.